Hey guys, my name is Lauren Wiggy. I am the Director of Global Competitive Programs here at SonicWall. I am pleased to have with me today SonicWall's trusted advisor in the state, local, and education space, Holly Davis, CEO of Complement, Business Consulting and Marketing. I also have Sonny Comey with us, Senior Manager of Product Marketing here at SonicWall. Guys, welcome. Thanks for being here on the webcast today.
Yeah, excited to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm sure everybody's wondering, well, what are we going to talk about today? Well, our conversation today is going to be about COVID, the effect it's had on education, the CARES Act, and more specifically, the GEARS funding, which is the Governor's Emergency Education Relief Fund, and ESSER funds, which is Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief Fund, and how, along with SonicWall Solution, we can help educators bridge this gap and take care of this remote learning initiative. But before we get into all of that, I really would like to have you, Holly, set the stage and get us a little better understanding of what's happening in education today. And really, more specifically, COVID has kind of blown up the education landscape. It's forced educators to seriously address what we call the homework gap. Now, just for everybody online, I'd like you to help explain what exactly is the homework gap.
So the homework gap basically is that situation that arises where you have a student who does not have internet connectivity at home. And that poses a challenge for homework. So what the government in the past has done has created the environment or paid for after school programs or access to libraries or other ways that we are usually on campus for those students to have access to do their homework. And these were federally funded programs like those after school care programs that would help those students to be able to stay after school, have that childcare type environment, but also allow them to have time to get their homework done before they go home and don't have that internet connectivity. Obviously, with COVID, we have those challenges that you can't have after school care because there's no in-school classes taking place in a lot of places around the country. But you also have the challenge where libraries are closed or they're very limited in access. So the challenge we have today is not necessarily homework gap now. We have a whole other problem now because the students need to actually do their classes at home, but it's the remote learning initiative and making sure that every child has equal opportunity to learn is one of the challenges these schools are facing, because if you don't have that one-to-one device learning, you don't have all of the applications that you can provide through an internet connectivity that is safe and secure, that's a big challenge. Every school is responsible for the safety of the children while they're on the internet. It's called Children's Internet Protection Act. CIPA is what most people know it as. And schools have to be compliant with that, whether they're providing that connectivity at home or when the children were in the classroom.
Yeah, Holly, one thing really shocked me, and that was exactly how many children are affected by this.
Previous studies that were done 2 years ago, it was the most recent study that we had going into COVID, and everybody thought there was 14 million students that were not connected. What happened as a result of COVID, the federal government went out and asked the states and the governors to actually go and get a tally and ask how many students really truly don't have internet connectivity. That number was astonishing. It came back around 21 million students do not have internet connectivity at home. And some of the connectivity that is in the home is most likely a parent's or one phone that it provides that internet connectivity for everyone. And if you think about how the weak or that connectivity that you have and the bandwidth perspective from a cellular phone, and that parent probably takes that phone when they go to work, you're going to have a really hard challenge there with really making sure that those 21 million students are connected.